Hello everyone. Now we're gonna take a look at problem number 67 of Shogi Myouan, mate in 35 moves. And yes, it's the 4-knight mate. So this is the initial setup, and if you look at the board, you'll notice you have 3 knights here all together, but the 4th one is your opponent's piece. So actually you're gonna take this knight in the following moves, of course. And in addition to that, it's being a 4-knight mate, this problem also contains many brilliant sacrifices. So let's get started and see how the line goes. So when solving this problem, it is important that you don't let the king move away to 3e. If it goes to 3e, it can get out of this wide space and you can't mate him. So for instance, dropping the rook to here is no mate because the king can go to this way and it's over. So you can see one of your bishop is exerting a big influence on this diagonal, so you might think rook to 5e is a pretty good one because it doesn't let the king go to this way. But actually after king to 4f, this is no mate. The king can go away, so you have to find a good move in the first position. Well, actually the first move here is silver sack to 3d on promote. Now if the king goes to this way, it's a checkmate by the rook drop, so he can't get away. And the silver is protected by the dragon, so he'll have to take it with the lance. Now what's this sacrifice for? Well, you see the reason in the following line. Now after you made the silver sack, now you can drop the rook to 5e. Well, a little bit earlier, I told you this rook drop is not a mate after king moved to 4f. But actually that silver sacrifice has made a difference here, because now you can take this 4th knight, well, it's a discovery check. And now here, the meaning of that silver sacrifice is that the king has to take the rook here. King takes to 5f. Well, because if the king moves to this way, now you can take this gold, and after the king took it, you can take this lance in 3d by the dragon. So this was the meaning of that silver sacrifice. And yes, it's a checkmate. So because of that silver sacrifice, at this position the king has to take the rook. Now what's the next move? Well, actually you have to find another brilliant sacrifice here. You might want to drop the knight to here, but it's not the solution, because if you just drop it, the king can go away to 4e, and yeah, after the knight check, he gets away through this square, 3e. So what's the good move here? You see it? Well, it's this fabulous dragon sack to 5d. The pawn takes, and what it means is, yes, now the bishop's diagonal is open, so the king can't get out from here. So now you drop the knight to 6h. If it goes to this way, it's mate in 1. Knight to 5g. See how these bishops work together. So the king will take the pawn on 6e, and then knight to 7g, king takes 7e, and knight to 6g. The 4-knight attack has started. They cover all these squares. King 7d, knight 8f, king 8c. Now what? Well, it's not knight to 7e. It won't be a mate, because this knight is left behind. That's not good. So you see the good move here? Well, it's this bishop sack to 8d, and let the king come back toward the knights. Now this knight can move to 7f, king 8c again, and knight to 7e, king 9b, and well, you know it's not knight to 8d, right? Because this knight will be left behind. So yes, bishop sack to 9c, and let the king come toward knights again, and then knight to 8e, 9b, and knight to 8d. If the king goes to 9a, it's mate in 3. So the king will go over to 8a, attacking the silver, and well, checking with the knight here is not a mate. This knight is left behind. So yes, you know the answer already. It's the silver sack. King takes, and then knight to 7d. And no matter which of these 3 squares the king goes to, they're going to be all mate in 3. But the composer Kurushima prefers 8a for the main line, and knight to 9c on promote, king 9a, and then the final move, knight to 8c on promote and checkmate. Now look at this, how these knights work together to form a checkmate. Excellent. I think the way these knights moved over and over from here is pretty cool. They went on surging like an avalanche. It's cool. And you see, a knight is a bit difficult piece for you to use effectively in a real game, but when they work together like this, they're so powerful. And also note that you sacrificed all these 4 major pieces from the initial position. You dropped a rook and sacrificed it for taking the 4th knight, and then sacrificed a dragon, and then sacrificed 2 bishops, right? So I think this 4-knight mate problem is great. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.